Hello, everyone. My name is Krasimira Stikova, and this is my SWOT analysis school profile for Hawthorne Elementary School for Education 590. This analysis contains information gathered online, as well as staff interviews and information from a board meeting on September 16th that I attended of the district. Hawthorne Elementary School is located in the northwest section of the city of Ontario. Hawthorne provides instruction to nearly 620 students in grades TK through 6th grade. Its inquiry-based learning units are collaboratively developed by each grade level team to reflect the IB Primary, PIP, and Common Core state standards. Hawthorne Elementary School is located in the Ontario Montclair School District, which hosts over 24,000 students. The Ontario Montclair School District is committed to providing a world-class education to all students in a safe, respectful, culturally responsive, and welcoming environment that value and empower students, staff, and families to be successful in a very dynamic global society. Hawthorne Elementary is International Baccalaureate World School and aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world. Hawthorne IB School is one of the 3 International Baccalaureate schools in the Ontario Montclair School District. I'm the music teacher for the IB program at 3 Ontario Montclair schools. These are Arroyo, Hawthorne, and Bonview, and I provide the IB music instruction as well as the district instrumental music program. I interviewed a couple teachers from the district, Elizabeth Alapisco, which is the IB coordinator for Hawthorne, also Stephanie Hughes, who is a 6th grade teacher at Hawthorne Elementary, and Drew Sandro, the personal, social, and physical education specialist for the IB program. 83.7% of the students are socioeconomically disadvantaged, and about 21% of the Hawthorne students are English learners. We have a foster youth of about 0.2%. Hawthorne Elementary represents a multicultural and multilingual population. As a matter of fact, Hawthorne Elementary has the highest percent of Hispanic and Latino students at 89.5%, followed by white students 6.3% and African American students at 1.3%. The multicultural and multilingual population of the school participates in intervention and enrichment programs which include iReady, Accelerated Reader, Tempo School Physical Education, Think Together, instrumental music, and the various aspects of the IB music profile. The school also has the Think Together After School program, which the school really takes pride in. I've attended the board meeting on September 16th, and once again, I was able to get a glimpse of the very complex financial process and colossal complexity of funding and running a school district. One of the most intriguing subjects discussed was the 2020-2021 financial statement on audited actuals and supplementary schedules. The auditors presented the board the revenues, expenditures, assets, and liabilities of this fiscal 2021. It is also interesting to note that the CARES Code funding, as well as the special reserves funds and the carryover programs, as for example, the expanded learning opportunity programs and balance, have not exceeded the budget but carried over to 2022. That is also true for the food and nutrition budget. As we all know, every child, every student enrolled in the schools right now during and after the COVID pandemic receives a free lunch. So staying on budget with food and nutrition is really great. The school's climate and goals also align with the district goals for increased student participation and parental engagement, as well as reducing district-wide elementary suspension rates and maintaining and improving physical outre, operational efficiencies, and technology capacity. Hawthorne Elementary School really takes pride in its IB learner profile. It aims to develop internationally minded people who, recognizing their common humanity and shared guardianship of the planet, help to create a better and more peaceful world. Of course, one of the greatest strengths of the Hawthorne Elementary School is the IB Learners profile. Students strive to be inquirers, open-minded, knowledgeable, thinkers, communicators, principled, caring, risk-takers, balanced, and reflective learners. Also, the school takes pride in its staff, as the staff really works and thinks as a union. There is a collective care when a lot of planning is done and when there are different events and important decisions made in the school. Also, the school takes pride in its socially adaptive school environment. Also, the Think Together After School program and all the intervention programs at the school are great strength and asset to the school environment, as well as all the enrichment programs at the school. Some of the weaknesses of the school are the lack of proper learning environments. Education suffers not only because of national shortage of teachers, but also because of the deficiency in proper learning environments, especially for specific content areas. Clean and orderly physical environment is important to minimize distractions and optimize learning. Unfortunately, in PE and music, for example, seems to be shortage of proper equipment and instruments, and teachers are forced to adapt the learning targets to the existing working environment and inventory. Many times, specialty teachers share classrooms and forego their originally envisioned curriculum to accommodate what is really possible. For example, in music, in two of the school sites, I get to share the my learning space with science and the Think Together After School program, so I'm limited to how I can use the learning environment. Proper funding, replacement, and update of technology, as well as instruments and equipment, will allow for quality learning process, better overall experience, and higher performance results. Some of the opportunities at the school: specialty teachers have access to over 1,000 students per week and could have a positive influence and impact on the students. While developing their IB profile, our students have the opportunity to evolve a strong character, leadership, become responsible citizens, and show action. Another opportunity is the networking between teachers, as well as professional development programs that are supporting and promoting relevant, up-to-date teaching strategies and pedagogies for teachers. Students, as a matter of fact, students are really enthusiastic about their learning and eager to share what they know and understand about human commonalities, diversity, and multiple perspectives of others. The sixth grade teacher, Susan Hughes, also mentioned that her development of writing program for the upper grades, which will help with the implementation of state standards along with the IB learner profile and structure. A threat to the implementation of future plans would be time, as every plan and realization of a new strategy take a long time to develop. Other possible threats are the resources available and the funds needed for the school and the community. A threat is the mindset as well. Government officials who do not have a realistic view of what could be accomplished. In reality, the complex bureaucracy and planning compromise the real possibility of making a positive change for the students. Some of the recommendations that I have are tailoring the IB philosophy specifically to the students' community. In this case, at Hawthorne Elementary, the Hispanic heritage community makes up for almost 90% of the students' population. The IB Global Citizen Learner profile sounds great, but it doesn't really apply to the school's environment and students' lives and aspirations in reality. There needs to be a better connection between school and home life and promoting students' critical thinking in the current learning environment. The connections between school environment and IB philosophy should be implemented in a manageable, relevant to the current learner's reality so the school can better support the needs of the students in the current context of education. Another recommendation would be behavior consequences. After a long year on Zoom, students have forgotten how to be in a classroom, and teachers need to reteach, restructure, and recreate classroom environment, expectations, and behavior rules. As of late, students have been involved in increasingly aggressive behaviors during unstructured time, like recess and lunch, such as vandalism, incidents in the bathrooms, and following TikTok challenges. We need to address these behaviors with more progressive repercussions and tiered consequences. The school management, staff, and parent council need to work together and create a school-wide discipline system, assuring that we have the tools and systems in place to continuously improve student behavior and academics. Another recommendation would be for parent involvement. There seems to be little to no parent involvement in the students' education at Hawthorne. Teachers and parents need to work together in correcting a disruptive behavior. When a correction is done at school but not equally encouraged and supported at home, it will not have the same meaning or effect on the student's behavior. Perhaps 2 steps in implementing behavior consequences would work well. The first one would be the student to call the parent when behavior intervention is needed, and then parent, teacher, counselor, student intervention to be set up. Creating a plan for behavior intervention and possible consequences, not only at school but at home as well, would lead to improving the overall behavior and understanding of consequences for students. And last but not least would be the transdisciplinary scheme, creating an environment where students experience an interdependable approach to learning and contributing personal knowledge and understanding to the group. Recommendation would be creating a whole system approach to learning of science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math by encouraging collaboration and implementation of connections between the different disciplines. Core subjects already have a transdisciplinary connection. Making the arts part of it will ensure a better understanding of core subjects and promote critical thinking and well-rounded education. And I believe we all know the benefits of music and education altogether. And here are the references and resources I used for this SWOT presentation. I also interviewed the staff and I took notes at the board meeting. So I hope you find this information helpful. Thank you for your attention.